Hey everyone, thanks for coming by Off Grid Rooster. I'm Rooster. As you can see, I gave myself a haircut and I shaved. Maybe take a few years off my age. But that's not what I really wanted to tell you. Past couple of days I've been having hard. I've been feeling down on the dumps. And I'll explain to you. First I want to show you something. I woke up this morning and to let the dogs out early in the morning, about say 4 o'clock in the morning. They were barking inside, so I let them all out, and they were really frantic, like really barking. I've never seen them like that. I thought they might have been a coyote that was close enough, because I know when they bark, I could tell when a coyote or javelin is around. But this time, what we had, and I'm gonna flip it over. This is where my land is, right there. The little place that I'm making. This is the driveway. Those are my dogs running. And this, what you see down here, are hoof prints from a herd of cattle. And that's what they were barking at. They came in from this area. She kept sniffing, and she was the one that started this whole damn thing. But it went all the way from here, went across by the goats, all the way at there, sunset. So, but you can see here, and then they went back out all the way around. That's Moose, and that's Luna. You can see all the hoof marks. That's not horse, that's cattle. And I just came up because they started barking again. There's a whole bunch of cattle all the way in the back. You won't be able to see it, but I'm going to zoom in anyway. All the way in the back there. There's a whole herd of cattle coming out this way. So the cattle are coming, the animals are coming down from the mountains. Everything that's here is getting colder. It was, I think, 40 degrees. And during the evening. And you can see more of these hooves. Now I could keep walking and I'll show you exactly where they went, but I'm gonna save you the time. This is what I really wanted to talk to you about. I don't like posting things like this, but I tell you exactly what goes on with me and this place, getting used to certain things and expect the unexpected. Well, I didn't expect this. This is right here. That's Maggie. That's Maggie. She's a rescue dog. She's a pretty dog. She plays with my dogs, sleeps with my dogs, sleeps with the cat, plays around with the cat, plays around with the puppies, and doesn't bother the chickens, stays with the goats. But 2 days ago, it was daylight, and they came out first, and I left the dogs in the trailer. I came in to feed the cat first, make sure she was okay. And I'm just going to show you. This is Sky. She's doing a lot better. She's sitting up. She lets me touch her. I had to move her. She is fine. She's hurting. She's hurting right here. She doesn't have any puncture wounds. Nothing at all. Nothing came in here. What happened was, that dog right there, Maggie, is playing a little too rough. I have to remember that these are animals. She was playing so rough because in the morning, like I'd let her, I open the door, I make sure she doesn't run away. She stays by the steps, and I put her back inside because I want her to be indoors. So she usually sits either on the first step, second step, or the third step, and she stays there and she lies down. Well, what I did was, while she was out, I went inside and let the dogs out. And I turned around to close the door. And I hear this scream. It was Maggie shaking her up like a rag doll. Did not expect that from her. She plays with them, and she was like really at it. She was screaming. She had her pinned. I ran and grabbed her, meaning her, Maggie. I flipped her to her stomach. She still had the cat in her mouth. She wanted to kill this cat. I don't talk much about it. I pinned her down. She was going off, and until she calmed down, I didn't give up on her. And then she realized it's like the devil just got into her, and the other dogs were just around, just like looking like, holy crap, what the hell is going on? But when she let go, I let her, I pinned her down and showed her that I was the dominant one, that she wasn't the dominant one. I grabbed her by her throat, I grabbed her stomach, and I held on to her until she let go of the cat. She let go of the cat just flipped over and she just laid there. I thought she died. And I grabbed Maggie with one hand and pulled her back, and all the dogs back in the trailer. Came back, and the cat was still laying down. She was crying, screaming. She was in pain, but there was no puncture wound. She thought she might have been playing with a rag doll or something. But I have a feeling that she might have broken her ribs, because for the past 2 days, or I should say the first day, she wasn't eating and she was just lying down. I thought she was just going to die. And I was like, why? You know, she's had a hard upbringing, the cat. And this is going to happen to her. She's not going out this way. I grabbed her, I brought her back into the cabin and put her on a blanket with a little bit of heat because it was cold in the morning. And she wouldn't move. She wouldn't let me touch her. She let me stroke her, but every time I touched her chest, she would let out a scream, and she was defecating. She was just defecating on herself. I don't know, she squeezed her stomach and squeezed the crap out of her. But I stayed there, cleaned her up. I couldn't do anything except just bear it. I can't blame the dog because a dog is a dog, a cat is a cat, and dogs play rough. And she's a rescue dog. So she was not trained as a puppy to accept the animals like my dogs are. My dogs know the goats, the chickens, and everything. And I've been breaking her slowly, little by little, and she was working. She was doing really, really well. I mean, she was doing really well. I'm watching around because my dogs are loose. The cat's inside. But she's been rambunctious. She is not a pit bull. I forgot what type of dog. She's a herding dog and a guardian dog. If I remember the name, I'll let you know what type of dog it is. But she's mixed with shepherd and this breed. She's dominant of this. I hate I'm not remembering, but I'll speak to somebody that does know, and I'll let you know. I'll get back to you on that. But she is very alert. She guards me. Luna is the alpha dog with the females. I'm just the alpha dog, period. So she doesn't do anything, and when I call her, she comes. She's been trained. I trained her very well in a short time. But this caught me off guard. It broke my heart. This morning, I went back in and she's sitting up, and she moved from behind the drywall that I had, behind this drywall in the cabin. Drywall back there. So she was all the way in the back there. And last night I put some food and water out for her. I didn't give her any aspirin just in case she might be bleeding inside. There was no sign of blood in the stool. She walked this morning slowly. She lets me pet her. She recognizes me. She's not hurting. Her size not hurting, but she is tender. She doesn't have any puncture wounds. She's purring. And I have food out here. I put it close because this is her litter box. She went to the litter box, which was surprising because she defecated on the floor. She defecated on the floor and she just couldn't hold it in. I think Maggie squeezed the living daylights out of her. She wasn't, I don't think she was trying to kill her, but she was playing real rough. If she does well, because I can't afford to bring her to the doctor, I take care of my animals. I medicate them. I give them their shots. They're fine. They're healthy. They're warmers and everything. She was doing fine. As a matter of fact, when I first received her, she was dead. I had to restart her, did CPR on her. That's why I'm so attached to her. But the pups want to come into play. It taught me a lesson not to. Dogs are dogs, cats are cats. And hopefully she does fine. She's been drinking a little bit of water, which is a good sign. She hasn't been eating much, maybe a little bit of the kibble slowly. But she's not eating the way she was eating. It's too soon to tell. I'm going to keep on her. She doesn't seem like she's running a temperature. She is alert, active, she sleeps, she walks around very gingerly. When I mean gingerly, it's like if somebody punched the living daylights out of your ribs, and when you breathe, you can't take a deep breath. That's how it started, and she was out. So I left her. I took her, put her inside in the bed, and she just laid there. That was it. She was just whining, crying. I stayed up with her last night, and she stopped the whining, and she came out from the back of the drywall, and so far, so good. But this is what I get all the time. They hear other animals, and she especially, she hears, hey, Maggie, no. She's alert. I think her true colors are really coming out now. Luna's here. One of the puppies are here. The other puppies are right over there. And I keep an eye on them. I'm punishing myself for something that I should have known. I feel bad for the cat. I love these animals. You know, I love the wild, even the cattle. It was a surprise though last night, putting a flashlight and you see all this cattle running across. That's the first time it's happened here. But that's what I want to post. I haven't done anything but fix and try to get things somewhat organized until the end of the month. Wait for the end of the month and see what else I can do here. Things are a little slow. I've got more water thanks to my community here. And I say community thanks to one person that helped me out. Well, I shouldn't say one person, a couple of people. But I have 1, 2, 3 3¼ totes full with water, which I am happy for. So, guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that notification button, check out my links, all that good stuff. But it is what it is. I learned from it. Hopefully it won't happen again. She's a really good dog. She's still learning my commands, or her commands that I give her. All my other dogs know it. Even the puppies know it. So, take it easy, one day at a time. I can't change it. I see it out of my eyes. I couldn't change it. But in my heart is just breaking because Sky was, you know, she was the softest, prettiest, affectionate cat for being a wild cat, you know, and as young as she was, she was dealt a raw hand, and I tried to help her out, and to end it like this, I wasn't too happy with it. You guys take it easy.